I give you River State, for example. Now, River State, I understand, has 23 local governments. Election took place in 25th of February. Now, a few days ago, when they gave us 15 results, they are yet to complete the results. Close to 3 months since after the election. You can find out. Why are they holding on to those results? Is it not for manipulation? Of course it's for manipulation. When they are done with manipulation, they will not release them. If they have nothing to hide, why not release all the results? Why not release them? Even 1 month after the election. Why is it so difficult for INEC to release the results rather than playing one prank or the other? You know, until we get into trial, we are going to expose them. We will certainly expose them. And I assure you this trial will be, that advocacy will be very robust. We will expose them. We will expose them. There's no hiding place.
Welcome to Open Whispers channel. Kindly remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and please share the video. INEC presented Nigeria with what they think is a melodrama, but to me is a tragic comedy. Witnesses are being called at the Presidential Election Tribunal, presenting INEC certified true copies of the documents. INEC is objecting
the presidential elections.
Now you can see we are continuing with the calling of witnesses in support of our case. We have already tendered our documents as the petitioners. So this is the process of calling oral evidence in support of the documents we've already tendered. Yesterday we called a number of witnesses. Today we've called another set of witnesses. And as we progress, as the days unfold, we'll continue to call witnesses as the case may be.
As has been the case since the start of tendering of documents, INEC, through its team of lawyers, has opposed the tendering of documents certified by it. And Kemi Pinero, a member of the INEC legal team, declines to address the media.
Mr. Pinero, just why does INEC suggest the terms of the document?
No, I don't do cases on the pages of media.
We need to know your reason so that we can tell people why INEC is rejecting its documents.
The court will decide.
Meanwhile, the Labour Party has tendered additional polling unit results of 6 states.
Today, the tragic comedy continued. Didn't INEC tell us that they, quote-unquote, declared winner who didn't score 25% in FCT, that doing so was the right thing? Well, let me shock you. Why cross-examining a PDP witness today? INEC asked him if he knew that Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of PDP, did not score more than 15% in FCT and therefore shouldn't be declared the winner. And the witness shot back an INEC legal man, telling him that even Bola Tinubu did not score up to 25%, but he was declared the winner. This is comedy in the highest order. Why did they declare Bola Ahmed Tinubu the winner if he didn't score 25% in FCT? Knowing what the Constitution says about FCT and the statutes, you need to look at the various sections of the Constitution supporting that whoever must be declared the President of Nigeria must score 25% in FCT, because FCT has a special designate that even the president governs FCT as a state. So whoever must be declared a winner must score 25%. INEC shot herself on the foot today again. The former president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, has said that INEC must not throw Nigeria into a state of anarchy.
The problem we have is the electoral management by the INEC and the security. And I used to give an example. If 2 soccer teams are playing and the referee decides to look the other way, they will enjoy themselves. If people are contesting for elections, should expect that it's like a soccer game. Everybody wants to win. And you must not allow it. The electoral management bodies share more than 60% of the blame. Because if they do their work well, the politicians will have no choice than to follow the rules. They, the security, and the courts. I believe one day we'll get there, but I feel sad now that our electoral process is still wobbling. So we have migrated from candidate to paper, which is a superior technology. Why do we still have problems? Manual voting, we have problems in this country. Electronic, we have. So where is the problem coming from? Is the independent the electoral management bodies, INEC in this case.
Nigerian elections have been adjudged as the worst. And the only people who are responsible for Nigerian elections is the INEC. If they want good governance to prevail in Nigeria today, INEC must bring their acts together and determine that the elected leaders must be held accountable. Because it's only when votes count that leaders will sit up and know that if they don't do the right thing during the next election, they'll be voted out. INEC and security agencies must sit up to save Nigerians' democracy. Open Whispers is saying, sit up, INEC and security agencies.
So here was a well-justified clean-up and reform of a policy, but implemented in a dangerous reform environment where the losers in the reform, well-entrenched vested interests, decided to fight back to derail implementation. The decision not to resign was a very difficult and risky one. As it turned out, it worked. But there are days I ask myself, on my down days, what if it hadn't? What if they had gone ahead and murdered my mother, as she overheard them planning to do, with one of their handlers on the phone? Could I have justified trading off firmness on policy and standing up to blackmailers, implementing a good piece of public policy for my mother's life? What decision would you have made?
Well, we cannot close this channel today without dabbling into the fuel subsidy removal in Nigeria. Peter Obi said that the fuel subsidy is a criminal venture. And the former Minister for Finance, Okonjo-Iweala, said that the corruption in the subsidy regime of Nigeria is not anything to talk about. She investigated. She also advanced for means to curb the corruption there. Her mother was even kidnapped, her old mother, because she was threatened that it's either she resigned or to stop her probe of the fuel subsidy regime. Till today, government has not done anything to stop the scandal. Let me say this for the sake of prosperity.
Remember 2011, we were here, this compound, and we agreed on some principles. Repair our refineries, to start operation latest by December last year. They were not done. We agreed on issue of CNG. The CNG product is eco-friendly and is cheaper than the PMS that sell now. And some people say they can convert within 3 months. If we have done all these things, what will you be calling a subsidy? The Dangote refinery is there to be producing. If any of these refineries are producing, we won't have all this challenge.
The fuel subsidy regime, whoever introduced it, meant well, but has turned into a criminal venture. Nobody can deny that. But for the president of Nigeria, first day in office, to carelessly announce this removal of fuel subsidy, knowing that it was not immediate, knowing that probably the past government said that it will be withdrawn in June. In May 29th, he announced it without putting measures in place to check inflation, without cutting the cost of governance, without doing the necessary things to make sure that the right thing is done before the removal is unacceptable. And whoever is trying to, once again, like Fani Kayode, The same people that failed Nigeria up to today because they have been in governance on and on and on, crossing from one party to the other when it doesn't favor them, because they are stomach infrastructure politicians, not men of integrity, are today trying to bring ethnicity, religion into the planned NLC strike is shameful. And the appointment of the current president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to me, recycling the same old faces. When shall we see a new Nigeria? When shall we see new faces who have not been immersed in corruption in Nigeria or one political scandal or the other? Nigeria is yearning for new faces. Nigeria is yearning for new ideas. Nigeria is yearning and cannot wait for role models, people who can take Nigeria to the promised land. This is open whisper saying the right thing must be done in Nigeria. Fuel subsidy must be removed, I agree. But what happened to the alternative to fuel, the natural gas that the former government of Buhari promised and took more than 200 billion from central bank to convert some filling stations to vehicles to CNGs? You see, the problem in Nigeria is sincerity and holding people accountable to their words and actions, and not overnight saying, let me remove this and it is gone. Be well, do good work, and please keep in touch. See something, say something, and please do something. A man is known for where he stands in times of crisis and not where he stands in times of comfort. Until we meet again, this is Chris Digos. Cheers.